actually some kind of thesis or whatever. It's just how do we tackle the problem of the choirbooks that we founded in the Mexican Cathedral of the Mexico City. We have been working for 6 or 7 years on chapter acts and musician papers and partitures. And from that relationship, it came father of that cathedral. He's called Father Avila Blancas. And from that relationship became the trust to the project of Musicat. So the books were hidden. Only he knows where they were. Because in '64, the library of the Mexico City Cathedral was broken apart. One taken to the Pozotlan and one remaining on the cathedral. So he was the only person that knew that those books were remaining at the cathedral. These books were stored in this cabinet, nearby the rocks, nearby everything. So nobody could ever imagine that they were available on that place. This is some images of the books. These books, as mentioned, one of the killers was the karaoke of his time. These books were to the hot mass, so they chant, the Leopolds chant the court, chant the mass. No? They were huge because the kids need to read it so they can see it by a distance. As you can see, these books were not restored in any way. They only were stored. This is the team of the people that taken these books from the cabinet, and this is the Padre Avila Blancas, the one that he said, if you have the money, I will make the place. I will give you the books. So the university grabbed the money and he gave us the books. Okay, that's why it is. How do we have that right now? They are fumigated and then restored, some of the papers. Okay. The choirbooks are singular artifacts because they show they have more or less 400 years, some of them. They are between 16th and 18th century, so it is a whole gamma of years. They were sacred objects, but not worth of worship. They have a history over there. In cultural history, they have liturgy history, saints history, and whatever. So, a choirbook could be viewed in very ranged areas, like how it looks like, what those elements it has attached to it, how it was made, what's the content of the book, what's the meaning of the images. Not all the book has images, but some of them yes. And this is the part of the karaoke thing. What does the capital letters mean? If we have some red scriptures, what's the meaning of that? They have to stop. They have to read. And some images that reflects a part of the prayer. In this case, it is the Jesus ascends to the heavens. And these capital letters was the little blinking stops for the kids, so they can stop and to make another chord in the next phase. So this was a dilemma. How we will tackle the cataloging of these books. Okay, there's also some historical reasons. This is some political things that blur up the information. I don't know how to say how to spell it in English. Censorship. Yeah. Okay. So, what approach do we make to catalog these books? We cover these aspects: the codicology, musicology, liturgy, iconography, and these all things will be database oriented. We have previous experiences working on chapter acts and some musical papers and correspondence related to musicians, and on these cathedrals of Mexico, like Puebla, Querétaro, Durango, San Cristóbal de las Casas, and so on. So we felt that we had the knowledge to make this accomplishment. So we started with a few questions. How many disciplines we will be working on? What will be the extent of the cataloging? Were there specialists from these views in Mexico? What are kind of users that will be using the database? We were not actually making research things. It was only putting information in the database. And how this information will be published. As part of disciplines, it is codicology, musicology, liturgy, art history, and they will be working as individuals and as seminars. And what extent? As this is a one-life opportunity, because the books are not available for everyone, we managed to put everything on the database. Even the minor things were put in the database. Yes, we have the people in Mexico, but actually the musicians do not know anything about the liturgy, so, and it is and plain chant is the form that the people chant or play the prayers. So we contracted to consultants on this matter specifically. For pattern kind of users, the database is useful. It is useful for the codicology, and restoration professionals, for musicians, cultural historians, and for art historians. And it will be published on a DVD, on the database. The photos, all the books, there are like 120 books. All the pages are photographed. We have not actually reached the point to take a MIDI or whatever play for the music, but it will be coming in the future. And we have a glossary and indexes for easy tackle. Okay. The problems. We do not have, or we do not know any person that made such a algorithm scheme. And on the part of the researchers, there were like 8 or maybe 10 researchers from distinct areas. The computer literacy based on databases was not the they needed. So it was a huge problem on this side. Even if some of them use like FileMaker, they do not like to use another kind of tools such as, or maybe they store the information in Excel, Word, or whatever. So to extract that kind of information will not be viable without the using of database. It was a multidisciplinary work, and this was some of the key issues of this project. Because to gather that kind of thinking of 80 train people from different sides of knowledge was very difficult in